We looked and got it appraised the other day. It's, over 2 mil. That's a blessing because we bought low. We bought under $1 million. So everything is about timing. And so what I'm telling you right now is I believe that we have a window of time. I'm speaking prophetically right now. We have a window of time to get in here and move smart and take territory, Stephanie, and take advantage of some of these things that we have right now. This is what I've learned about markets. When you are in a buy market, it's not going to always be a buy market, because at some point it's going to be at a point where the retailer, or what they call the smaller guy, they won't even be able to get in. It's like trying to buy Apple stock. If you want to hold one, it's like trying to buy a Bitcoin right now. You should have been buying Bitcoin when I was telling you in 2016, 2017, it was 3,500. Now, let me say it's not too late. You still need to be buying fractions of it. But the point is that when prices are low, don't take that for granted. Don't take that for granted. The condo I'm in right now, that my husband bought 5 years ago, the price on this has doubled in 5 years. So what I'm telling you right now, Susan, is that we got a window, and when there's a window, you got to pick up your stuff and you got to run. You got to run. Like I was about to do today. I was out looking at some properties, checking on my multifamily, and I heard a dog bark. And, usually used to dogs bark or whatever. And some just said, turn around, see where he at, make sure he in the gate. Bruh was not he was not in the gate, bruh. He was not in the gate. He was outside, Shakira, 4 feet from me, barking, big old black thing. I was like, and let me tell you what I was about to do. Honest to God, I had my anointed oil in there, and I was taking it. I had anointed my hand. I was praying over the property, and I was about to get out and pray over the property. And I was like, Lord, we gonna just, I got back in that truck, and I pointed my hand to it. Then I saw him really walk off, because I didn't want to make sure he didn't go around. He didn't come towards me or anything, which was a blessing, but he was still really a big guy. And I ended up going and putting my hands on the, on the property or whatever, but and actually praying over it. But why did I tell y'all this story? But my point was, I had a window. I was like, I'm about to get out of here, put my hand on this property, pray over it, and then I'm getting back in this truck, because I'm not about to play with bruh, running back around. I do not want to have to believe God for the angels of protection to watch me in that particular way. Because I sure was putting them to work, bruh. But anyway, we have a window right now in Detroit. So what I did is I asked 2 people that's a part of our Certified community that I absolutely love working with. We're going to hear a little bit from them. I want to encourage you guys right now, go ahead and take action. Some of you have been watching on the sideline. Take action. We have great deals. We have great buy and flip opportunities. We have great buy and hold opportunities. Literally, somebody just sent me something right now. A single family house. Well, this would be a hold because the price is 65 and the ARV is 100. And so by the time you do the rehab, that's not enough. That'd be a good hold. But anyway, the point is we get great deals all the time, every day. So I asked them to join me today. Hi, Star. Hi, Shakira.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Hey.
Okay. Good. Okay, so let's get into it a little bit. Sir, I'm really excited. You got a product that is going to be a game changer for us this year that you just got a hold of, which is a big deal, because most of the time lenders want you to have, when they give you money, they're like, purchase price got to be at least 150. We have something now where you could get a house for 50,000, fix it up for 25. Come on. I mean, start talking about that. What do they need to get approved for that? That is amazing that you can go in that low. That's going to change the game for us.
Yeah, so we've been looking for a lender that'll do rehab loans that low for a while, and finally found one that'll work in Detroit and work with us. So they will go down to $75,000 loan amount. So that is your purchase plus your rehab. So you're still going to need between 10 and 20% down on the purchase price, and then 100% of the rehab will be funded. And the 75 is both those numbers together. So if you're buying a $50,000 house, it needs 25 rehab, that works, or 30 rehab down payment money. So those are a pretty simple loan. It's nice because you only need to be underwritten once every 6 months for you, and then they'll just redo each property separately. So we're looking at, your driver's license, your assets, your credit. You are personally guaranteeing those, but they won't show up on your personal credit too, which is really nice because they'll close in an LLC. And then you'll need your LLC docs, but they're a pretty simple loan. And then if you don't want rehab, you can go down to about $50,000 on a purchase with a debt service coverage as well. Oh,
wow. That is absolutely fire. Okay, what does their credit score need to be?
So for the rehab loan, we're going to be between, I want to say their minimum is 700. They might go down to 680. I'll have to double check on that. And then for the DSCR 50,000, you can go down to 640.
Okay, that's really good. Okay, so 10 to 20% down. Let's just say 700 credit score. If your credit is not there yet, don't worry about that, because we got credit specialists that, when I say they're amazing, they're getting out bankruptcies, medical bills, all kinds of things. Like, my mind is blown. We had one lady that was like 590. Now she's up to like 670 in 3 months. So don't let your credit stop you. We even have some hacks for debt utilization if that needs to come down outside of you just paying down your debt. So don't let that stop you. Just know that we have some options for you. Shakira, you're doing your thing as a realtor in the city of Detroit. I'm very proud of you as well. And so Detroit is hot. Like, people are coming from everywhere to invest in the city of Detroit. And that's why I tell people, I said, what we teach, is you can use it anywhere in the nation, right? But Detroit, just the price point is so low. I know it's not going to stay this way. A lot of the investors that you work with, we have this conversation all the time. And the reason that I harp on the demographics, because I want us to make sure that we are getting market share. I want to see people of color get more market share. I definitely want to see more women of color get more market share. I don't want us to just sit on the sidelines and say, oh, that's nice, or that's for them. I want us to move aggressively into this space. So what are just some things that you've seen over the last year in the city of Detroit? Why is Detroit so rich economically to invest in? And who are some of the majority of investors that you've seen? Not the few, but the majority. Also, Sheila said, what determines between 10% versus 20% down, Star, real quick? Is that experience?
It's going to be experience, your credit, and the property. I have two different lenders we work with. One, obviously the 75 one has a little bit different guidelines. And then if we'd be above that, they have different guidelines for what determines that. But it's really going to be the property, your experience, and your credit.
Okay, dope. I love it. Okay, Shakira.
Hi everybody. Thank you for having me. I would say I like to compare Detroit to like an affordable Chicago. So we're surrounded by the Great Lakes. My favorite part is by anywhere along Jefferson, which is by the water. But really anywhere in Detroit, we're like the most affordable place to buy in the US. So at first I was seeing, like, especially during COVID, a lot of people were coming from the West Coast to Detroit, and they were working remotely, and they would just keep their job and move here. But most of all, I see people that's not even from this country investing over here. I just did a consultation the other day. Someone bought a house in Morningside, 48224, and they're from Canada and from Quebec. So most people I see, like, if they're from Saudi Arabia, they're from China, they're from Ghana, like everyone. We think it's just like, oh, they're from Ohio or from Atlanta, but they're from literally all over the world investing here. And the entry point is low. The ARV, like our market, is shot up a lot, so you can get in at an affordable rate. But if you do a good rehab, you can make a decent amount of money. And it's so much investments going on here, and especially like with the Detroit Lions, like people come and they stay at my Airbnb and they're like looking at real estate. So it's like having fun and exploring the city to see like, wow, this is somewhere cool to invest. So yeah, it's mostly males, and even some, we're starting to have some investment groups coming in, buying groups of houses, 50, 100 at a time.
Wow. Wow. And those investment groups, what are they made of mostly?
Mostly foreigners, cash, a lot of cash deals.
Yeah. There was I had a meeting with the bank, Huntington Bank, and the young lady was telling me that she has a group that's coming in from Pakistan every month. A group of them, she says, but I just talked to 2 of them, and they're coming in and just, you know, buying up as much as they can. I guess I want to talk a little bit about, you know, and I know we of course have a heavy on the flip, but you got to be heavy on the rent and heavy on the rental income and heavy on the holds.